Welcome to the Extra. Thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyutono. That is in case you have just joined. But just a quick reminder, we are always here from 6:30 every weekday. The Fantastic Four and of course the big team behind the scenes to ensure that we come to you every weekday and spice up and kickstart your morning with relevant information that you need to know locally and internationally. So make it a date with us tomorrow. And tomorrow is Friday. We usher you into the weekend. Thank you so much for being with us, and we don't take that for granted. Now, in the Extra, which is an extension of Good Morning Uganda, we are going to be discussing something very important. For 123 days, 23 years, Uganda Printing and Publishing Corporation has been around. Have you heard of that? 123 years of existence. Now, they are planning customers' engagement to ensure that you get to know what they do and more. But I'm not the competent person to discuss that. I have a guest in studio who happens to be the Public and Corporate Affairs Manager, Rebecca Nyakairu, with whom we are going to be discussing this. Rebecca, welcome to our studios.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Chirabo. Good morning, our dear viewers. As introduced, my name is Rebecca Nyakairu. I'm the Public and Corporate Affairs Manager at Uganda Printing and Publishing Corporation. Our viewers, UPPC is Uganda's leading printing company that has existed for 123 years. We print and publish for government, and we are fully an owned entity by the government of Uganda. Yes.
Now, when you talk about 123 years, anyone watching was not there by then. But good you've been able to sail through. Now, when you talk about print and publish for government, what entails in this?
Thank you so much. Printing and publishing is not only for government, but we are mandated by government to do to exclusively deliver to that. So what we do, we print government and private documents, exclusive documents, such as the Uganda Gazette. We also print security documents for both private and public entities. We also publish books, magazines, reports, statutory instruments, to mention but a few. So our mandate is bigger in printing and publishing. We have the experience and we have stood the test of time. The corporation started in 1902 during the colonial time. In 1992, in 1962, when we got independence, the government owned the UPPC then, and it was put under the office of the president. So we deliver to that mandate under the office of the president with the supervision of the Ministry of the Presidency. So ours is to print and publish, like you have said, and we print security documents, general printing, commercial printing, everything printing and publishing. That's our mandate, and that's what we do best. Yes.
Now, when you talk about these years, you have the mandate, you have the experience, the Customer Engagement Day is the reason why we are here today. Now, first and foremost, one would think government are your clients, so in any way that wouldn't be big. Why at such a time do we see this Printing and Publishing Corporation organizing such an event?
Thank you so much. To bring you back, UPPC operates in the public space. We serve the general public. Moving with the trends, we cannot operate by ourselves without listening to the people we serve. So UPPC has come out to move with the trends, to listen to our clients. As a self-sustained business, we operate on self-generated revenues. We don't have a vote in the public confers. So it is our mandate, it is very crucial to us to engage with our stakeholders, actually not just customers. This event is for all stakeholders who have an upper hand in the success of the institution. So including our customers, but whoever is our stakeholder, including regulators, including our competitors in the industry, we have organized this event to engage with them. The why now is to engage with them, listen to them, give them our commitment about our improved services, and also to listen from them. What would they desire? How are they finding our services? What would they need us to improve? Ours is to listen and to give them the commitment to serve better. Yes.
So this is going to be more of interactive.
Yes.
Now, who are the people that you're expecting to be part of this? Because when you sound an open, and with Ugandans, when you open up, you have to be very careful.
Yes.
So who are your targeted? How is attendance? Things like that.
We appreciate that being open, we have to be careful, but also we don't want to run away from facts. We want to be responsible and responsive and accountable. So with that, we are open to feedback. Whether good or bad, our commitment is to serve better, because at the end of the day, that's what keeps us in business. So our commitment is let the people come, let's listen from them, let's improve on our services. We are open-minded. Whom have we invited? We have invited the general public. The general public, you are invited. Because printing is like everyday thing. Yes, we have moved into the digital era, we appreciate, but also UPPC has moved that direction. Now we publish digitally online. For example, our cash cow product, the Uganda Gazette, the official government newspaper of record, is now digital. If you want to publish a report, if you want to publish a magazine, if you want to publish a book, yes, we publish online. We support you through that journey. We have moved the digital strategy of the Uganda, the National Digitization Strategy. In our strategic plan, we also have a pillar that stands on itself to digitization. We have digitized our processes, our services. So printing and publishing is not only this physical printing. Now we are also intentional and delivering to the digital printing and publishing. We have digital machines that print. We have softwares that publish online. So we have invited people to come and understand our innovations so that we serve them, so that they understand these processes and we walk that talk together.
Well, walking the talk together, and I love the fact that you've mentioned the digital element in it, because that is where the world is going. Now, earlier on, you said you print for government, but also the private sector. Now, we're in a competitive world, and of course, you're competing with the private sector. UPPC, how are you faring in this business? Because you have a government element of it, but yes, the public sector is also there. So, for the time you've been around, how are you faring?
Yes, much as we are government, the government is for people. And the people are the public, whether you're private or public. So we serve the general public, whether you're private or public. And how are we faring with our competitors in the private sector? We have changed the narrative, we have changed the trends. That UPPC now looks at these competitors not as competitors, but as complementers, and we collaborate with them. So, since we have been in the industry for 123 years, we are the pioneers of this industry. We want to shape the industry of complementing each other than competing each other. We believe that everyone can ride on the other's strength, and we make a very strong printing industry locally. Our local currency has suffered a lot, being exposed to foreign exchange challenges because of outsourcing printing services. So with that in mind, we want to take the mantle to change that. We want to collaborate with them, and we're already working with them, by the way. We're already working with them. We have brought them on board. We want them to ride on our strength. We want to ride on their strength, so that all Ugandans, so that this nation doesn't suffer the challenges of waiting for outsourced printed works where they have not had no chance to proofread, to check the quality, to confirm, but things are put on the plane, they are brought back home, you have no alternative but just to use it. But us back in Entebbe and our Kampala office, we also have regional outlets, I must say, we give you the chance to have a sample, look at it. Is this how you like it? Do you want to change something? So that the final product before mass production, you're confident about it. So we are looking at what you call our competitors as our complementars. And we want them to look at us as their brothers and sisters. So as pioneers, that's our responsibility. Yes.
So that means, why should we still have people importing printing material when we have such a government body that has stood the test of time? And I love the element of ability to proofread and make these changes. We hope you also advance to print bigger things. I just dream of one day when certain things we still print are given, particularly to UPPC. Now, for this stakeholders engagement meeting, what are your expected outcomes?
First and foremost, the expected outcome is the public to build more confidence in our local capacity. Chirabo, why should we go ahead to outsource printing services?
That's what annoys me.
Yeah, why should you go ahead to not have confidence in our own local people to do that job? Imagine if our industry of printing is strengthened, how much youth or population of this country would be employed? How many families will survive on that? We need to build our own capacity. To answer you, what should the public expect? The public should expect improved services about UPPC because we have improved, but we have not improved these services for ourselves. So we should speak to them. Open dialogue. They should expect open dialogue to openly engage with us. We okay, come and tell us that UPPC, you're doing this, but had you done this, we would even be more proud to associate with you. That's what we want to hear. That we should also expect them to appreciate what we have changed because we have done a lot. We have new innovations at the UPPC that we want to unveil to our people. We want them to know, we want them to be the ambassadors that in their spaces, they will speak about us. They will speak about their own local government printer. We want them to own it, but not just to take it up, but you should be proud of what you're talking about. So we want to engage with them, listen to them, obtain feedback, build their confidence, go back to Entebbe, do whatever we are supposed to do so that our people are proud to associate with us. What else should they expect? They should expect also to network because we have invited all the ministries, departments and agencies of government. We have invited them and also private players. We have invited what you called our competitors, but our brothers and sisters in the printing industry. So we have invited them. We have also given them platform to engage with these people. It's not just us, we are that open-minded. We have,
so it's not a journey of co-wives, it is a journey of partners.
Yes, we are partners. You've talked about the printing locally and outsourcing of printing materials. UPPC is now into ESG projects. We are very sensitive of how this industry can be sustained. We use paper as raw materials, but paper is gotten from trees. So we are investing in the conservation of our environment so that there is sustainability in how we do business. This we do through corporate social responsibility, through our publishing arm. For now, some years, we have published the World Environment Day magazine in partnership with Neymar. This is targeted to create awareness how you yourself, your institution, UBC, and everyone, how can you conserve and promote the environment and good environmental practices. So these are the things that we want to tell our people. It's not just UPPC business, but social responsibility of every Ugandan. We have invited everyone. They should expect too much in terms of promoting this economy because we pay taxes, I must say. So UPPC contributes to the general welfare and well-being of every Ugandan. So they should come, take charge. This time we want to sit back and the public takes charge in telling us the experiences and what they think we should do better.
Now, let's look at some of the new initiatives or developments there, because to many, when you talk about UPPC, it's been around for some good time, and good you've been able to stand the test of time. But some we'll have a question. Are you up to date with the modern trends? What new initiatives have you come up with? You know, why should I come to you than not going to Nassau Road and have my work done there?
Wow, that's a very good one that everyone asks us every time we pitch to them, UPPC. Why us? Well, to start with, why UPPC? We have stood the test of time. From 1902 to date, that's too much experience. I don't want to decampaign the other companies. Let me talk about UPPC. Why UPPC? We have stood the test of time, the experience. That means we have very competent people on board. We have a succession plan that if it's Chirabo today who is in charge of this project, and we have delivered it throughout the years, after Chirabo, after he clocks 60, who is going to do that? We are very intentional about our succession plan at UPPC. That's one. Two, we are government. We are not going to close tomorrow. It's not a Rebecca agency. It's not a Chirabo agency. After Chirabo and Rebecca, there is another person who will come because it's a public entity. So also that builds your confidence. But also, we have an exclusive mandate. I want to speak about the Uganda Gazette. Why UPPC? We help you to protect your documentation or information through the Uganda Gazette. The Uganda Gazette is the official government newspaper of record for all public notices. For everything to be legally acceptable and not challenged, you protect it through the Gazette. You have heard, if today I'm Rebecca Nyakairu and tomorrow I'm adding another name, I cannot do that because through the journey I have been a Rebecca Nyakairu. I have to add another name formally. It's a process. It's until I have gazetted it that it will be acceptable. People lose their land titles. Then if you want to advertise your special land title, it's only in the Uganda Gazette. By law. It's not UPPC putting these things. By law, you have to do it. If you're an advocate, you have to be gazetted. UPPC has a regulation by the judiciary to gazette trademarks. People in business, you only protect your business by gazetting your trademarks. Are you aware? Come on, we have these interactions. There is a lot and too much more. Boards of directors. At least every institution has boards of directors. Have you gazetted your boards of directors, the members? Do you know the procedure you go through to do that? That's the conversation. That's the awareness we want to make during that day. Why UPPC also? The security printing element. You are aware that today you can print your examination if you're an institution owner somewhere and the examinations leak. At UPPC, not even myself, I don't have logins to that door of security printing, not even the ED. It's very exclusive. So we have stood the test of time in security printing. We do security printing of certificates. I can't mention them because some of these jobs are security jobs.
Yes.
When you come to Entebbe, you don't just enter. There are some criteria you go through because it's a security printing area. So there's a lot people should trust us with. The commercial printing, we have recapitalized the UPPC. People in the past knew us that because you have existed for so long, you have all the machinery.
That's what I was about to ask, that.
We have changed the narrative.
New technologies, the new machines.
We have the latest digital machines, but we have also not done away with the old, because old is gold. They are also there, and there are some jobs they do that these machines cannot do. So we have the capacity, we have the experience, and we have special products. Yes. Why UPPC? We have also introduced a new product called the Gov Info Hub. This is a digital, 100% digitally produced newspaper, so to say. But it's not an everyday newspaper like the rest of the newspapers you see. It's analytical. Not this news that this has happened, everyone blogs about it. No. We take time to dig into the story, bring you accurate and timely information, analyzed.
Well,
yes.
Now those are the reasons. I'm going for a break, but when I come back, you triggered my mind to ask, how do we popularize the Gazette?
Okay.
Because it is very important but it's a document that people caught off guard. So, but it was in the Gazette. And many times people have talked about this thing, how do you interest people? You're caught unaware and legally, this person goes over. Because says, no, it was in the Gazette. When you get there, the information was there. It wasn't challenged in any way. So you're finished, we return.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Once upon a time, there lived identical twins who gave birth to beautiful princes and princesses.
Their mothers gave their babies' bodies a lot of care by applying on their skin with baby Junior jelly.
So dry admire their glowing skin. Fun fact, baby Junior prevents diaper rash, dry and sensitive skin.
Moms all over Africa love baby Junior jelly. Baby soothes the skin. No more worries anymore. Baby Junior.
Baby Junior.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja to the town or city near you. Between July and December this year, don't miss Uganda's beautiful stories from east to west, north to south in Tuko Pamoja.
Uganda as we see today never had a name. It had the regions that make it.
The battle for protecting the sovereign Uganda was lost in Dokolo.
Uganda, fortunately for us, is a confluence of all these races, the races of Africa.
Bunyoro would have simply created an East African community that we are looking for today.
The rulers of Bunyoro are actually Luos.
Genetically, we are even similar people.
We are one. Use that word, Pamoja.
To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja?
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that.
Okay.
The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, we are still discussing the Customer Engagement Day that is going to be happening tomorrow at Hotel Africana. And here we are going to see the clients, the stakeholders meet with officials from the Uganda Printing and Publishing Corporation. And with me, I have the Corporate Affairs and Public Relations Manager with me, Rebecca Nyakairu, with whom we are discussing a number of issues pertaining the UPPC and what they do. And before we went for a break, we were discussing the Gazette. How do we popularize this? Because many people have lost what belongs to them simply because they are unaware or they don't read the Gazette. Yes, Rebecca.
Thank you so much. That's really a good question. How do we popularize the Gazette? Like I said, it's a public document. It's a public newspaper. It's not for you, it's not for me, it's for everyone. It's everyone's responsibility to know. Not knowing will not set you free. I encourage the general public to get interested in the Uganda Gazette. The Uganda Gazette is published weekly by authority every Friday, so I'm sure today by evening it's going to be on the streets. But If you cannot get a physical copy, the physical copy is 5,000 shillings. If you cannot get a hard copy, I implore you to use our website, www.uppc.go.ug. When you log in on the interface or the menu bar, you will see the e-Gazette. Like I said, we have really digitized. The Gazette is also digital. It's published in a digital copy, and it's 3,000 online. So you should not only use the Gazette when you want to read, but how do you submit notices in the Uganda Gazette? You submit notices in the Uganda Gazette through a procedure. Sometimes, like I said, I want to change my name. I have to first go to swear an affidavit with a lawyer. I have to go to NIRA, obtain forms, etc. Once I've finished that process, then I come to Uganda Printing to gazette or to submit the notice for gazetting. And it shall not be gazetted if you have not ticked off all these boxes. So it's very important to go through the procedure. If you want to gazette your trademark, that is business registration, and you have to go through the URSB. It's a whole process and a chain. Like I said, we not only work by ourselves, we have partners and players we implement our mandate with. So you have to go through the criteria and processes of URSB, and you bring the notice certified by the URSB to be gazetted. How do we popularize this more? People should take advantage of our online channel. We have an X handle, we have YouTube, we have a website. This information is always there. Even if you just Google UPPC, you will have the different online available channels to communicate. We also have a toll-free number that you can call to inquire, and you get to be supported. But we agree that we need to move out there, and people need to know, because it's our responsibility to inform them. They hold us accountable about informing them about the Gazette services. So we have regional outlets. This is not just in Kampala and in Tebe. At least Chirabo, in every city, we have presence. And if you don't know, for you in Hoima, you don't know how you get to the Uganda Gazette, submit your notice, to obtain a copy, etc. At least when you call a toll-free number, we shall tell you, hey, there is a Chirabo somewhere in Hoima on street this, building block A. This is his number, call him to support you. So we have at least made sure that we decentralize our services to make it convenient for everyone to access the Gazette services.
Well explained, the Gazette. Now we go more into tomorrow's event. What are some of the highlights of tomorrow that will include the chief guest, and of course how are we going to be moving? Is it a whole day event? Is it half day? That and more.
Thank you so much. I like calling UPPC's tomorrow's event a stakeholder engagement day. We want to engage with all people who have an partake in the success of UPPC. And since we're a public entity, we are accountable to everyone, so every Ugandan is invited. If you're not going to be able to come physically at Hotel Africana, we are going to publicize an online link to follow through, and you submit your queries or inquiries on that channel, and they will be responded to. We are going to publicize the link on our socials. But I've already answered the who is invited. The chief guest is the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Robina Nabanja. We expect to have her tomorrow. Our supervising authority, the Minister for the Presidency, is also expected to be there. The permanent secretaries of the MDAs are also expected to be there. Accounting officers are going to be there. Public officers are going to be there. The private sector is going to be there. Fellow players in the printing and publishing enterprise are going to be there. The general public will be there. Everyone is going to be there. The lawyers, the law fraternities, they're going to be there. Our fellow sister agencies are going to be there. NITAU is going to be there. They have helped us so much to digitize our services. They are good partners. NEMA is going to be there, work with them very closely. We expect everyone, even yourself who is watching, make it a point to come. Hotel Africana starts at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We are going to meet, talk, converse, eat, have a good time. We are just going to engage with our people, give them our commitment, and listen from them. It's just going to be a good time. We have set to engage with the public. Yeah.
I love the fact that it's not going to be more of lecturing, but engaging with the public to better understand how they perceive you.
Yes.
23 years is a long period. I also understand what they feel you could do better. Well, we must be leaving room for more programming to continue, but let me just have your parting shot.
Thank you so much for hosting us today. Thank you, dear viewers. Ours is to invite you to engage with us. UPPC is committed to efficient business processes. We are committed to being the market leader in the printing and publishing industry. We want to even localize printing here. We want also to attract neighboring countries to print with us. We want to promote our local currency so that we contribute heavily to the taxes and our public services to also improve. UPPC wants to shine with you, and we shall be happy to engage. You're all welcome.
Well, see you then. That is tomorrow, Hotel Africana, where we shall have the stakeholders engagement with UPPC. And of course, make sure that you're there. Together, we can build this. One of the key things I've noted out is, why should we continue outsourcing this? Yet we can do so much here. Why should we continue sending monies to other countries? Yet we have our own that we can build, strengthen, and save so much costs in the cost of having printings done abroad compared to if we can do them here. I dream of one day about papers, even maybe money, and others that we can have them printed here in Uganda. Have a lovely day. Thank you so much. Rebecca Nyakairu, the head of corporate affairs and the public relations officer at UPPC. God bless you. See you tomorrow, God willing, for God and my country.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Pick of the day on UBC.
He expected me to die like within the first 2 years.
Out of the blue, the child will get pains, especially in the wrists. And this happens commonly when children are starting to walk.
Was brought to you by
can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. But what you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Once upon a time, there lived identical twins who gave birth to beautiful princes and princesses.
Their mothers give their babies' bodies a lot of care by applying on their skin with baby Junior jelly.
Though dry-Dutch Harriets and everyone would admire their glowing skin, fun fact, Baby Junior prevents diaper rash, dry and sensitive skin.
Moms all over Africa love baby Junior jelly. Baby soothes the skin. No more worries anymore. Boo, 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 boo.
Mukoke